O calendário avança. Forças galácticas entram em alinhamento. A profecia Maia se aproxima. O que acontecerá no fatídico dia 21 de dezembro de 2012? A resposta, segundo os estudiosos que o decifraram, pode estar na última página do Códice de Dresden.
In the Dresden Codex, what you have is a series of astronomical events that are predicted. It has the Venus cycles, it has lunar cycles, it has eclipse cycles, and then the last page of the Dresden Codex actually shows the destruction of the world via water. And so the Maya conceived of a doomsday scenario.
Essa ilustração descreve a destruição do mundo por um dilúvio. Ondas jorram da boca de um dragão celestial. Águas se precipitam de símbolos do sol e da lua sob o ventre do monstro. Uma deusa idosa também derrama uma jarra de água sobre a terra. Na base da imagem vemos um senhor das profundezas agachado. No alto da gravura, vários dos 15 pictogramas já se apagaram. Mas os restantes se referem claramente a negrume na terra e negrume nas alturas. Em 2012, a Terra será aniquilada por um grande dilúvio, como anuncia o Códice de Dresden? Testemunharemos a aurora de uma nova era? Ou será apenas um dia como qualquer outro? As opiniões sobre o que acontecerá em 21 de dezembro de 2012 são tão numerosas como os lados da pirâmide de Kukulkan.
Whether or not the Maya saw doomsday as occurring in 2012 is a complete matter of interpretation. I don't think anything at all is going to happen in terms of 2012. 2012 is seen as by our own culture as some kind of end of a cycle. The Maya, it is clear if we look at the hieroglyphic inscriptions that they saw it as just turning over into the next Baktun, which would not be 0 but would be 14. We know that the calendar continues and doesn't end in 2012.
What's going to happen in 2012 is that some planets are going to be aligned, and therefore some of the Maya prophecies that tell us that this when the alignment of the planets occur, well, they will be the end. But this is from the Maya perspective. What we need to understand here is that their perspective was very particular, and therefore the way in which the Maya perspective is understood or interpreted is quite, kind of different to our current view of the world.
Enquanto os céticos descartam o juízo final, outros acreditam na profecia e veem o catastrófico dia 21 de dezembro de 2012 como uma ocasião para renascer.
The Maya, who put this calendar into place many thousands of years ago, they would have said that the years around 2012 would be heralded by great changes and great transformations. And certainly, if we look around us today, that does seem to be going on. Changes such as increasing hurricanes, earth devastations, and also socio-political changes. The key thing to understand is how human beings relate to these devastating changes. The Mayan prophecy for 2012 is really about transformation and renewal.
There's no question that things are going to change. Pinpointing them on a single day, I think, is not very realistic. But if you look at the period around 2012, give or take a decade or two, I think historians will look back and say it was a very profound time of change. A period when humanity had to come to terms with itself. How do we all live together? How do we treat the planet? How are we going to create our future?
Enquanto alguns entendem as profecias maias como catalisadoras de mudanças positivas, outros as interpretam literalmente, prevendo graves consequências. Para eles, crises humanas e desastres naturais, profetizados há 2000 anos, são prenúncios que, ignorados, poderão trazer arrependimento.
I think it's easy to be skeptical about a 2,000-year-old Mayan doomsday prophecy. After all, as a people, we have a tendency to ignore all signs of warning until catastrophe actually strikes, and a perfect example would be the hurricane that devastated New Orleans. Could global warming be leading to stronger hurricanes or eventually an ice age? We're not sure. But what about nuclear war? We're dealing with the end of the oil crisis. Society right now is not prepared in any way for the end of oil. And we haven't prepared, we haven't looked to alternative energy sources right now. We haven't come up with any solutions. We're already seeing the global superpowers positioning their pieces on the great Middle Eastern chessboard. Could humanity be wiped off the face of the planet on December 21st in the year 2012? Maybe the more important question is, what are we going to do to prevent it?
A resposta para essa questão depende de como interpretamos as profecias maias. Devemos entendê-las como superstições de uma antiga civilização que não conseguiu sobreviver? Ou devemos acatar as profecias como o alerta de uma civilização cujo conhecimento do universo se equipara e talvez até ultrapasse o de nossa cultura? Só o tempo dirá. Mas o tempo, como os maias bem sabiam, está se esgotando.